Welcome to Foukelore episode 13, where we're focusing on scouting out new areas to find the legendary Bigfoot. Be sure to check out our Seekers podcast on YouTube. We answer cryptic questions. Alright folks, welcome to Foukelore episode 13. We're here in a new area called Airy Heads here in Van Buren County. It's not far from our location. We're checking things out. Interesting find tree structure here. Normally you would say it fell from the dead tree that's above, and it probably did fall from there, but the way it is, it's twisted in and placed, so it's been picked up and drug and placed inside. If I can get to show you, I'm tangled up in briar here.
Hey, Wendell.
Oh yeah, fresh grabbed.
What do you think so?
Yeah.
Dale?
The barks
What do you think?
and moss is all.
I don't know. But it's got an indentation.
It's not from lightning.
It's not lightning because it would have came all the way down.
Yeah.
Let's go with me.
That's what I just got into, trying to get over here to show how this is twisted in. Look at this up close, how the one limb goes up and over, and then that one, and it's underneath it.
Yeah.
It's placed there for something, and right through it, you can look through it, there's a house below. It's like a sight. Stop, look.
There's a vine growing up in it. That's weird. Or it's overgrown to vine.
Bigfoot in 2023 fall.
All the way up through there.
Middle of Van Buren County.
If the survey did this, what does this mean? I mean, do we even have an idea of what these are meaning?
Normally it means that you're entering our territory or a territory. There should be around 4 of these if you visit a big enough circle around to where their territory is, there'll be 4 of these, one on all 4 corners.
One down there on the north side, one at the hollow, and one down there at the.
Yeah.
So I've seen quite a few single bows that you get in a certain place, they were lined up.
I'll be darned.
It's right. There was a break up there. There was a tree about this big, and like this one was broke off. This one right here was broke off, and they were balanced.
Yeah.
Huh.
One of them was balanced on the end of the
So
other
there's
one.
no
I
way
think
that
there's no
nature
way in
could
the
do
world
that.
it's going to land in balance.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same way with this. You see that the forked tree is here brought over, but there's nothing that it could have broke off from this direction anywhere close. And for that size, there's not a tree stump or anything from over that direction. And then on top of that one's broke off about shoulder height.
Yes, sir.
And it's woven around and over that and underneath to hold it together. I mean, that was just almost impossible in nature to weave anything.
Okay, and I do have to say this too, is that Kim and I don't touch anything in here.
Yeah, we don't mess
Because
with
I like it to be wild and natural,
Yeah.
so that it keeps its own ecosystem going as close as possible. So I don't touch anything in here except for maybe clean out trash occasionally.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So this is the kind of weird stuff that popped up here recently, and I was like, well, maybe y'all would be interested in seeing some of it and determining what's what with it.
It's different. It sure is.
Yeah.
We found one we found right there. Looked like the big toe.
Yeah,
That big
that's
one.
about what we was just looking at, that one good track.
Honey, come look at this. You can get over here.
Yeah.
I got a picture of it.
Yeah, the briar.
Yeah, no, this is. I'm shocked actually. I mean, I knew we had something going on, but I would have never known that I had this much going on.
Heel, the toe.
Well, that heel dug in good. You can
It
see it from
did.
here.
Yeah, you can see. I mean, it's
About an inch deep.
definite print.
Holy
And the,
shit!
the break, the metatarsal
Yeah, no, I
break.
see it. Yeah,
Yeah. Talk about
that's
a
a
big
huge
one.
foot.
Talk about a big one. Like I said.
So Dale, was he running when he did that?
No.
His time right in here.
But
Okay.
3.5 foot stride.
Here's a print, and then here's a print,
Yes, sir.
and then there's a print.
Yeah.
So he's just like
walking.
He's
sneaking.
doing what we're doing.
He's
Sneaking, yeah.
My heel is where its heel was, and my shoe we measured against his shoes. Gonna be around 9 to 10 inches. And you're talking almost twice that size.
So that would be what? 8 foot?
I bet it's bigger than that.
That making these tracks.
The
I
18
know.
inches.
What do you think?
roughly by the measurements, everything would be 8 foot, but it's just like us. Some of them have bigger feet, littler feet.
Gotcha.
And I mean, it's the smaller one, I would say, is a juvenile male that's hunting, or it may be the female, and the bigger one is the male here. You got 2 options, so it's just hard to tell. But they're in the 7 to 9 foot range, both of it all together.
Yeah. Wow.
So is there any way to determine whether they were doing this at night or during the day? I'm just curious.
Probably date at nighttime.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
As you can tell, you get 50 feet, you can't see hardly shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
So, I guess I was right in letting all this stuff grow up.
I don't know where they live at, but they sure hunting here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It made a circle here, actually.
This one looks like it came up from
This one here is
the bottom right through here.
shit. I mean,
I bet if you walk down through there, you'll find several more right there in that same track line.
That's where all them trees was pushed down. It could have been storm damage or whatever, but they're from different directions. But now this is more collaboration. It looks like something was using it kind of like up at your area for just a lookout. Probably the older one was sitting up there, and the younger one or younger 2 was down here doing the hunting after it did the scouting in, tracking that deer. active Bigfoot areas here near Ball Knob, Arkansas. Interesting tree here. Comes over all the way up. Nothing looks to be Bigfoot related unless it was a long time ago as a marker and arch. But it's a cool tree anyway. Kind of pan around, let everybody see. If you see anything, let me know. Bigfooting 2023 fall scouting trail. What I've always, that shows are the females in the area the best. What I've, according to the Jewish symbol or Sumerian symbol, oh yeah, look at there, where it's broke.
Both.
I mean, it's been got an archway. I mean, it was a live tree that was pulled over. It's been woven in with a grapevine here. I'll get it from this other angle. Let me back up a little bit.
Oh yeah. So he's not extremely big. Maybe 13 and a half, 14.
Uh-huh. That's another three-toed, so that means it's smaller than the one we originally found. So
that's kind of cool news there.
yeah.
Kind of cool. Like this right here just didn't have the 5-toe to it, did it? I got to looking at it. Well, maybe not, but hell, that's what we found out here, 3-toe. That makes sense.
Mixing up plaster, we finally found one impression that's pretty good. It's another 3-toed. It's not as big as the one we found last year, but that means there's probably a breeding population that comes through here. It's a genetic deal. Here's some. I think that'll make a good toe impression anyway, casting.
Yeah, it should be. Should be good.
About 16 inches long, the total track. So, and there was two side by side, two impressions anyway, like it was standing there and watching or something.
Maybe you got something, Dale.
Not bad. The thing gets all dried off.
That's told, man.
Got a X structure. It's small. It would be a juvenile. Just looking at it from a hunting standpoint or walking by, you'd say, well, maybe they just fell into that forked tree there, even though it's one from either direction. Let me walk around to the side here, and you look at this one long limb here and see it on this side. It's wedged by that tree right there, so it's held in place there. And let me walk on this side, and you look at this image. Look how that long limb is actually bowed, pressured from, it's not fell at a straight angle. It's wedged behind that one tree, then it's brought over here and pulled around this. I mean, it has a lot of tension that's on this limb here. I mean, it's pressured, and that would be crazy to happen in nature. Something's actually wedged it down there and bend it around this one and place that one in to hold it. All right, we're headed to our second stop here at Ball Knob, Arkansas. We're going to be here in the Hurricane Lake Refuge, and let's see what we find. Unfortunately, as we rounded the curve coming by our little lake here, as we got into our area, this is what we saw, a heartbreaking scene. Join us next time for Foukelore, episode 14. We're going to be going back to Sycamore National Forest and the Oark National Forest, back up to Neil Holes area, and see what we can find. Y'all stay tuned. Be looking for Foukelore, episode 14.